Marvel stuff. Breaking major Fantastic Four official announcement. Let's see what everything always has to say about this and check this out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Bremen, aka Allfires, and we just got a ton of official updates coming directly from the Fantastic Four director Matt Shakman. In an interview with Collider that dropped just about an hour ago, he was asked all about the project, revealed a ton of details, including when they're shooting, how excited he is about the cast, what's going on with the film, and as he said in a very poignant quote, it'll be unlike anything we've ever seen at Marvel. We're going to break down this entire article, talk about his quotes. We'll add a little context as well, because in some places, obviously, he was trying to be more coy than candid, but we know exactly what he was talking about. We're breaking it all down, the latest updates for what's going on with Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you in our ongoing PS5 giveaway and our daily comic book giveaway all the way through October. We just announced 5 winners yesterday. Again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment on the video if you want, stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so again, this was a brand new exclusive that just dropped over at Collider under the headline, Fantastic Four director gives casting and filming update on MCU movie exclusive. We're gonna go through the entire interview, I'll point out all the key details, and of course, where he doesn't want to add some details in, I'll make sure to annotate it with what we already know from the last 6 months of reporting. They start by asking him how it's going, and he says, quote, absolutely having a great time. It's a dream of mine to be able to work on the Fantastic Four. I've loved those characters since I was little. It's such an awesome world to be in. The script is awesome. The characters are brilliant. I'm super excited. I'm obviously very happy now that the writer's strike is resolved in such a good way. We were able to reunite with Josh Friedman, our amazing screenwriter. I'm really hoping for a fair and equitable resolution to the actor's strike soon too. Keeping our fingers crossed. But we're a snowball heading downhill. It's awesome, it's got a lot of momentum, and it's really fun. They then asked directly about filming for the project depending on the SAG-AFTRA strike and if it gets resolved, to which he confirmed that, quote, yes, we are definitely going to go in front of cameras next year, probably in the spring, London at Pinewood Studios. So major update there, if it should be able to roll cameras in spring, it's obviously headed for a 2025 release date. They then go on to ask, quote, one of the things about the Fantastic Four is you have some characters that have unique abilities, and I would imagine you have to, even while the strike's been on, you've probably been working on VFX companies trying to develop those. How's it gonna look on screen? How has it been looking at VFX for some of those characters and finding ways you want to bring these to life? And this is what he said. We have been nonstop. Despite the strikes, yes, we've been working with the effects and with the production design and building our world, and that's been incredibly exciting. You know, how do you translate those skills into live action in dynamic ways? Because some things that work beautifully in John Byrne or Jack Kirby are a little tougher when you're filming them. How do you make sure that these things are exciting but also grounded in scientific things, which is also part of the Fantastic Four that I love? There's some stuff I'm super excited about, but I can't say much, you know. Obviously, they're talking about, say, something like Reed Richards' stretchy ability. We did see a little bit of that already and cleverly done in Multiverse of Madness, but to be fair, the Fantastic Four do have a unique set of challenges. Obviously, the Human Torch needs to be on fire the whole time, and the Thing has a different way it needs to be portrayed, either through practical effects and or a mix of CGI. So really, they're asking about all that, and he didn't give too much away. Honestly, a good job of answering that question without really being revealing at all. They then ask, quote, obviously, people are very excited to know when you're going to announce the casting, so when do you think fans are going to find out that information? This is what Matt Shakman said. Quote, hard to say. Like I said, we're in the middle of a SAG strike, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they'll get a great deal really soon and we can go back. Then, once that's resolved, there'll be a plan at that point, but I can't say too much. There will be an announcement at some point. I know that the internet is very excited to find out, and I'm excited to share it. I just can't do that yet. I'm gonna point out I'm excited to share it. Definitely sounds like it's already been set, but per all reports, they have not finalized at least 1 or 2 members of the team. If you're wondering what the latest on all that was, Mr. Fantastic was said to be on hold for either a reoffer to Adam Driver or first offer to Matt Shakman. Sue Storm was said to be Vanessa Kirby by a landslide at this point, and the actor for The Thing and the Human Torch have included many recent rumors from names that we didn't hear in the original 6 months of the rumor mill, meaning, again, I think that there's still 1 or 2 actors that when the SAG strike is over, they've got to lock in to get this done. That also being said, guys, I would not anticipate a casting reveal until they can bring them on stage, most likely at San Diego Comic-Con Hall H or even D23 next year. They then ask him about the chance that this movie is going to go to IMAX, which he quote-unquote says, yes, I think if I were a betting man that we would do that, buy your IMAX stock now. They then ask him point blank about the script. Quote, you mentioned the script is awesome. What can you tease people, if anything, about how this film will be different than previous Marvel films? What's your take on this, and how will it be different than maybe the other things that have come before? And this is what the director, Matt Shakman, said, quote, it's different in so many ways. I wish I could be specific, and I wish I could say more. But we are doing things very differently from a story standpoint, from an approach to the filmmaking standpoint that really fits the material. I wish I could say more. I would love to, but I can't. But I think that it's going to be unlike anything you've seen before, certainly unlike anything at Marvel that you've seen before. They then conclude the exclusive by reminding us that as of right now, Fantastic Four is slated for May 2nd, 2025 as part of Phase 6 of the MCU. Now, what he's talking about in that last part about it being very different and quote-unquote really emphasized fitting the material, what he's talking about is the rumors that this film is going to be set not only during the 60s, but because it's going to be a period piece and the Fantastic Four were so noticeably absent from the already established MCU continuity timeline in the Infinity Saga, there's a good chance that they're going to be coming in from a different timeline in the MCU. So a unique set of challenges facing how they want to tell this story, but it has always been rumored that this film would be a period piece set sometime during the 60s to mimic and homage the material in the comics, and he alludes to that several times during this interview without directly coming out and saying it. So I take this as his confirmation that this is the period piece that we all think it's going to be. And beyond that, while it does sort of suck to know that we're probably going to have to wait another, 8 months to find out who the actual cast for the Fantastic Four is, you can imagine, and by the time that this goes to filming in spring, some of these names are going to be out there and confirmed. So if they actually start rolling and before San Diego Comic-Con has a chance to happen in July, that sort of lends itself to Marvel Studios doing an official announcements of sorts. And while I did mention briefly during this video, there's not too many places for them to do that between now and say San Diego Comic-Con or D23 next year. There are a couple. If I'm mistaken, CCXP is in Brazil in around December of every year. You then got CinemaCon in January. Not, again, really the type of place where you do an on-stage presentation, but they have done them in Brazil. And maybe Marvel Studios wants to save a huge Fantastic Four casting announcement for something more mainstream like Hall H. But what they definitely don't want is the casting to be confirmed from set photos from the paparazzi when they start filming in spring. So I would say that if there is still a production chance of that happening, the SAG-AFTRA strike date gets resolved, at some point they're going to have to acknowledge the new schedule for 2024 and 2025 with the delays, and that would maybe be the exact same time they would acknowledge the casting as well. So maybe stay just a little optimistic about hearing official news soon, and it's pretty awesome to know the guy directing this whole thing is as enthused as he is. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. As always, quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away 3 PlayStation 5s before the end of the year. We're also giving away daily comics here in October. We just announced the first 5 winners during the Easter egg video yesterday. If you want to be entered to win, it's super simple. All you got to do, hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at @AnFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.
Subscribe, like this video. Have a great day, and see you guys. Bye.